Hey, yo everyone, and welcome back to a new video. Today I welcome you back onto our channel. Today we're going to talk about a legend, one of the maybe most popular artists of all time, an absolutely great musician, singer, writer, and one of the most loved of all times, and the best-selling artist of all time. Today, between what I knew and what I did not know, I present you anecdotes and stories about the life of Elvis Aaron Presley. So if you're ready, let's get right into it. So, I'm going to cite a few anecdotes about Elvis's life. So of course, if you maybe know the story of Elvis, that means you can see videos, or maybe you've seen the movie with Austin Butler and Tom Hanks that was made by Baz Luhrmann, which is an absolute great film if you want to know the story of Elvis. But I've got a few unfamous anecdotes about him, so let's get right into it. Number one, did you know that Elvis was blonde? When we imagine Elvis as he is, we actually imagine him with his, of course, cult iconic haircut, black haircut. But all of that was fake. Elvis used to put black wax onto his hair, but a little later on he actually went with real dye. We don't know why, but of course it suits him very well. Now I'm going to do a little anecdote about Elvis that shows a little bit of the persona that he was. During a concert, a woman threw panties at Elvis, which of course was a routine for him. Elvis picked it up, put it on his head. He then joked to the audience and said, "I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll auction these after the show, and we'll give the money to charity." Gives you a little foretaste of how Elvis was. Little jokester. In 1970, Elvis went to the White House and met President Nixon, at the time, Richard Nixon. At the time, so Elvis desired his will of becoming a federal agent at large to help combat drug abuse. He was eventually given a badge from the Bureau of Narcotics and Dangerous Drugs. Now we're going to talk about Elvis' kind of sporty little side. He loved karate, and he even was a black belt at karate. And one day, he accidentally knocked out one of his teachers with his feet. That means he actually kicked him in the face and eventually knocked him out and a few teeth with it. Now let's talk about the movie Jailhouse Rock, which of course has a direct link to the song Jailhouse Rock by Elvis Presley. It was a good movie. I think it was in 1957, and at the time he had to kiss his co-star Judy Tyler, but he said no. He said to the director, "No, I will not kiss her." The director asked him why wouldn't he, and he replied that it would be like kissing his sister. So at the same time it's touching, and at the same time of course professional, and at the same time of course it's Elvis Presley. Elvis of course was known for being a good human being, and of course for being generous. He even bought his mom a pink Cadillac, of course, that became a classic one, and he often gave away cars, jewelry and gifts to his friends and acquaintances. One day he even got caught by the police for speeding, and the policeman of course recognized Elvis and asked him for an autograph, and of course he signed his autograph, but at the same time he even gave him a Cadillac. In my case, I don't do exactly the same gifts as he does, but why not? We talked about Elvis being a good person, but despite his, of course, huge success, he stayed a very down-to-earth person. He was known for being very kind and respectful all the time. He once said, "I'm not trying to be sexy. It's just my way of expressing myself when I move around." Well, that's it for a few anecdotes about Elvis Presley. This will be a quite short video, I think, but normally I do the story behind the person, but now this is such a famous story that the movie represents so well that I wanted to directly dive into some good anecdotes. I hope, of course, you learned a few things. If you have, it's my honor to do this, and of course, it's my pleasure to have seen you all this video. I'll see you very, very soon. Have an amazing day. I'm going to listen to a few Elvis songs, and I'll see you very, very soon. Bye-bye.